Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. I am TheSimsSmith, and today is my very first video! Yay! And my very first video is actually a speed build, which is funny because I'm not actually the best builder, and I never have been in any of the Sims games. But recently I decided in The Sims 4 that I wanted to learn more about it because I love watching other people making like amazing homes on The Sims, and I'm nowhere near that level, but I hope to be one day, and hopefully more videos and like help from you guys in the community could help me get better and better, and then one day I can do amazing, massive like Disney princess castles and it'll be awesome. But this video is actually inspired by a Scandinavian home that I like just googled Scandinavian homes, and one of the images that came up was this like black house which had these like jutting out boxes which had orange one paddling on, which like contrasted well with the black, and I thought it looked pretty cool. Which is funny because everyone who does videos and like says that I never used to be much of a builder is like, oh, in like the old Sims I just used to build boxes and put the bare necessities in, which I suppose like this is just a really big box, but it has smaller boxes coming off of it. And by the end, like you'll see that it's not just got bare necessities in. I went a bit crazy and like added loads of like houseplants and decor and all that stuff because I really love all that things. And it's quite an expensive house at the end. Like it's definitely not a starter home. And I feel like when I was building it, I sort of had like a family who were like well off, like dad businessman and the mom. I kind of have her like a stay-at-home mom when I'm playing it, but she does painting and gardening, and I was gonna open up an art shop. I wasn't really sure. I haven't really figured that bit out yet. And they have a teenage son. So the second bedroom in this two-bedroom home is actually made for a teenage boy who's into music. I kind of made it a bit more like punk rock and grungy looking, but also kept it quite like modern because of his mum wanting it to be that way. And as you can see, just doing floor plans, and turned it off into nighttime so I can put the lights in so I can sort of see what is going in each room and how it's going to look. And then as I go through each room, I take away the big light and I start adding in like smaller lights and floor lamps and tide tables and all that kind of stuff so I can see sort of what it's going to look like in each room, and figure out like what more lighting I need to add or if I need to take lighting away and all that sort of stuff. And now we're going into the kitchen. I recently got cool kitchen stuff and I love it, so I've been using all of that stuff and playing around with that. And I know I'm like super far behind, everyone's had it for ages, but I didn't have the money, so I waited till it went on sale on Origin and it was like £4.99 or something, so I was like, hells yeah, we're getting that. And I was struggling to find counters that I really liked and like the cabinets to match, because I feel the cool kitchen ones, like the counters are really good, but I didn't like how all of them had glass. I wanted some of them to just be like full like cupboard doors which you can't see through, so I had to sort of combine it with ones which are from Spa Day. And Spa Day, also another amazing pack which I only recently got because of a sale. I'm very, very far behind on all this stuff. And this is like a little hallway area in the build, and a fireplace with TV, and like that's sort of going to be the living room area. I originally started off with open plan, but as you'll see in a bit, I sort of like kind of wall it off, but not fully. Like it's still sort of like you can just walk through. There isn't any archways and there isn't doorways, but it's like a bit more cozier and tucked in. And I've gone for like a black and red theme, and white, a bit of that's in there, because if you ever looked at any of my other builds on the gallery, I'm obsessed with orange and blue, and it seems to be in all of my builds. So I was like, all right, we're not going to do orange and blue in this build. We're going to do something different. So I decided black and red look pretty cool. It's quite modern, quite interesting. And so you can see there, I took out the main lights and I was adding in like little candles and floor lamps and the teeny tiny little lantern-y type candles, which came with perfect patio stuff. Again, recently got that. Very far behind in the times. Going upstairs, master bedroom with ensuite bathroom, and the other bedroom has also its ensuite bathroom actually. There's one downstairs bathroom which is for guests and people, even though it does have like a shower and a bath in it, but it's still sort of the guest bathroom for downstairs when people are visiting. And this one room did end up being sort of a blue theme because I was like, oh, I can't have everything red because it's like way too red, and I wanted it to be a bit more like calming and like brighter in here because I thought the red and the black sort of suited a grungy teenage room, but maybe not so much like a parent's bedroom. But it still needed to be like quite modern and sleek because the dad's like businessman and that kind of stuff. Um, just adding in side tables and coffee tables and loads of little decor pieces, and For some reason, I haven't done wallpapering. I think I don't do wallpapering till the very end of the video because I was sort of like figuring out my color palettes of everything first. And then when I'm like, yep, that sounds great, I'll fill in the walls and figure out what ones I want. And I was going to put in some like window stuff, like, you know, blinds or curtains or whatever, but none of them seemed to fit. I didn't really like them, so I just thought, meh, whatever, I'm not going to bother. The ensuite bathroom, which is black mostly, I believe, like black and white. I kept it quite like sleek looking. And I wanted the candles in from Spotty stuff because they're amazing. And this is the teenage boy's bathroom, which has just got a shower in. I didn't think he needed like his own personal bath because, let's face it, like I don't know many teenagers that'll like spend time soaking in the bath for ages, especially not boys. And going back and forth, adding in different wallpapers and like changing all the colours and textures because I didn't want everything to be like matchy-matchy in everywhere, like all the rooms to be the same. And now we're starting on his bedroom with the black and red theme. And actually, when I playtested this house, the woman standing out the front was the woman I used, and I decided to play it for a while so I could like make sure everything worked, and I played with her a little bit and I sort of got it into the game a bit more. And she ended up meeting a man when she was at a cafe, and they got married and they had a baby boy. So this room actually got turned into a nursery when I was playing it, and then it went through stages of like him growing up. So when he was a little kid, it became like more of a little boy's bedroom, and then eventually I, let's say, fished the furniture out of the attic, so to speak, and put all this stuff back in because I'd put it in the inventory because I didn't want to like lose it, and forgot what I'd put in. So this was sort of like the original design, but it like sort of devolved and then re-evolved back into this during my gameplay. But I did playtest it and everything works, and you can reach stuff. Originally the guitar, like where I've put it currently in this video, it was not accessible, so I've made sure to move that before I uploaded it to the gallery because this is on the gallery. My origin is also TheSimsSmith, so you can find it there if you're interested in it. And I'm not massive on the gallery, like I'm only new to stuff, so I haven't uploaded loads of things, but like all the things that are on there I'm like quite proud of. Not like in an arrogant way, just like for me it's quite impressive because I'm a terrible builder in my opinion. And it was quite hard like to get the main bedroom, like the master bedroom, feminine but sleek and like bright and like sort of like contemporary and modern, I guess. And like, again, I'm not actually an interior designer. I might like it, but I don't actually fully know what I'm doing. I'm sort of just picking things as I go along and seeing what I like the look of and being like, oh yeah, that works, that looks cool. And adding in some pictures because I have always been quite lazy with wall decorations. I've added always like little bits of decor here and there, but mostly like clutter items and never really wall stuff because it was just like whatever. So I thought I'd do like feature walls here and there. So there's like lots of brick plaster, which I really like, and the subway tiles in the kitchen. The kitchen again, black and white theme going on. So, oh, there's a pause there. Oh yeah, I think I got like a phone call or something at that point, so I like stopped and forgot to stop the video. And later on there's possibly another jump in the video where I've actually had to film this in 2 separate parts because I started filming this quite late and then sort of lost momentum and got like really tired, so I had to stop filming and then started it again. Not even like the next day, I think it might have been like 2 days later that I did the second half, but the second half is mostly just like the exterior, so the front garden and the back garden, and I tried to do some stuff with the roofing and you'll see it a bit, it like really didn't work, so I just got rid of it in the end. Adding all the clutter items in the kitchen, so like knives, chopping boards, herbs. I'm loving all the stuff that's from the Cool Kitchen things, they're like really good for making things look a little bit more like real life and lived in your Sims homes, because otherwise they're a bit empty, I feel. And I tried to do some building where it was like, if you go on the forums, there's like Maxis's sort of guidelines to building homes if you want to get like in the Maxis spotlight and have them favorite your stuff on the gallery, which means that you can't use move objects on, and you have to like make sure that anyone who plays the game can use it, so not everyone knows how to use move objects on, so you can't have like things that are overlapping each other, and if there's any like slight like glitching out of items when they sort of like flash a little bit because they've overlapped each other and they're not meant to and all that sort of stuff, like they don't want that. So I tried to do a few builds recently where they had those guidelines, but it was just like really difficult because the plants don't fit into corners. They just sort of like stand in the middle of the room and it looks really ugly. Oh, here is where I was sort of trying to make it like cozy but still open plan, and I was like figuring out, do I want the living room over there? Do I want it to stay where it is? I sort of added an extra wall to the hallway to sort of close it off because I didn't like it being as open as it was. And adding in some more like red and black paintings, sort of like to link all the rooms together. And that room just off from the living room sort of area, I do take away I think a bit more of the wall and I make it more open again. And that becomes a bar area by the end of the video. I do mess around to try and making it sort of like an office space, but it didn't really work out, so I was like, never mind. And thought, well, they're like quite cool and they might be like, you know, they have a teenage son, but that doesn't stop them from being like high class party people, so I thought I'd give them their own bar area, and it's quite cool. And this is the downstairs guest bathroom with, as I said, a shower and a bath in, but you know, it was just because my Sims are always needing to get ready all at the same time, and there was 3 of them. So I was like, might as well just shove that in there because there's space. Here I am trying to make it into an office space and it just like wasn't working. It just like didn't seem to look right, and messing around between the 2 spaces, just trying to figure it out. And it's just like, I don't know, I think it took up too much window space and I didn't like the way it was working. And then I couldn't also figure out what to put under the stairs. So I was like, I might as well make this sort of an office, like study room, so they can have like a little reading nook under there and books and a little shelf, and then like the desk can be tucked away in the corner because it's sort of like the dad's gonna be using it mostly because the teenage son has his own one upstairs, so you know, lucky. Adding in some feminine touches, because obviously a woman lives here and she'll have picked all the designs and stuff. He might have paid for it, but it was her choices. And then I think I start, yep, the bar area and some more of that plastered wall because I really love that plastered brick wall. And I wasn't really sure like what colours everything was gonna be, so everything sort of stayed black and red. Like I was thinking maybe I should try and change from them. I was just like, no, I need to keep the theme sort of like consistent, I suppose, downstairs. And it's really only the master bedroom that sort of like strays from the main colour scheme of the house, but I liked it anyway, so I thought I'd put it in. And adding some stuff in here, some more clutter and pictures. And I've never actually used that tray from like the drinks tray from Spa Day, and like I didn't actually know it was a functioning item. I just thought it was like a decor piece until I was playing the game, and then they started using it and I was like, oh cool, awesome. So if you didn't know that, there you go, that's something to do. And oh, I put those neon lights in because I thought it looked quite cool in a bar, but they always break, so I kind of regret putting them in now because the Sims just constantly break them and then they need to be repaired. And I felt the hallway up here a little bit like blank and bleak, so I thought I'd add in some pictures and a little like table and some plants and a rug. And again, I used the plastered brick because I just really love that wallpaper. It's like one of my favorite things, and whenever I have my own place, probably going to be somewhere in my house, I will have walls like that because it's just, I love the industrial look of it. And then just some little final touches and checking what everything looked like in the daytime. Oh, this is actually the second video starting now, and I was trying to figure out something to do with the roof to make it look a little bit more interesting because it is just a box. And so I thought I'd try some of this sort of like trellisy stuff, but it didn't really work. I didn't like it, so I got rid of it. And then I started working on the back garden. And it's not a massive back garden. This is actually, I think, a 30 by 40 lot. It's not like massive, but as I said, I'm starting out in building, so I didn't really want to challenge myself to have like massive lots to build on because I just don't know what to do with them. I'm struggling enough with the houses. So the garden's not huge, but I still really like how it turned out, and I think it's like quite nice. It's just like a small little suburban family modern garden, and it's got like the barbecue area and a little seating area nearby for like just relaxing when you're having a party, and it's got a hot tub and some planter things for like the gardening skill because I'm obsessed with the gardening skill at the moment because I'm determined to like try everything properly in the game because I sort of just like for the last 2 years that it's been out just played stuff a little bit casually, but now I felt like actually I want to challenge myself to sort of like complete most of the skills and like aspirations and stuff, and actually like set goals instead of just like playing out silly little family storylines because I feel like none of my Sims ever finish their aspirations or like complete many skills, and it's just to be like, I'm probably not pushing myself very hard to like play the game to its fullest. And I was trying to figure out trees to put in the garden. In the end, I used that little, I think it's a beech tree, because the surrounding trees in the street were that one, so I thought it would like look like it actually was here like before the house was built, and it looked quite good. And added in some little like extra plants and sort of kept this area as like sort of an overgrown wild plant area, because I felt like it was just gonna look too stark and too like manicured if I didn't have something like this in the garden, and I just don't like that sort of look. I put in the yoga mat and the art easel because she is into wellness skill and also into her art, which she's actually sells, and is how she makes her income. Because this house was expensive and none of them had many high skills, so none of them had very good jobs, and without cheats it was pretty hard to keep them financially like stable and in the house, so I had to start like really grinding and like getting her to do lots of paintings and selling, and she started writing books, and she's gonna open up a little art shop and try sell things that way, because I've never really played with the retail side of stuff in The Sims. I've wanted to, I've just sort of thought like, oh, it seems like a lot of hard work and I'm like not sure that I'd enjoy it, but I thought like, no, I'll challenge myself and I'll have a go and see what it's like. And out front, just adding in some little fountains because I thought it looked quite nice, and I like sort of like bringing in the water element as like a water feature within the home, but still keeping it quite modern, and some more plants because I wanted it to sort of like blend with the back of the house, like so it didn't just look like, again, over manicured and just like grass, because it's just like ugh, a bit stark. And I think I'm actually coming up to the end of the video. Am I? Oh no, I tried some more roofing stuff now and it again does not work, so we do not keep it in the end. I wish it worked, but I sized up this like, I don't really know what it is, to be honest, but I found it and I sized it up to see if it would work because I thought it looked quite cool because it's like a trellis again, but it was a bit glitchy and it sort of overlapped and I didn't like the way it looked, so I ended up deleting it. I did add in some drainage there, I don't know why, I just thought it was a little bit more realistic. And here is screenshots, so hallway, kitchen, teenage son messing up the kitchen. This is actually mudroom, and living room, bar area, office area, hallway, not that exciting. Master bedroom. There are more screenshots, but I didn't want to like overfill the video with them. So anyway, I hope you guys really like this, and I hope we have more videos up soon. So bye guys! And if you like this video, please leave a like or a comment and let me know what you think.